New at 10, two teens could be charged as adults in the murder case of Reverend Easton Williams. But the big question tonight is, should they? The district attorney wants to after the two allegedly shot and carjacked the late Reverend. And some of the victim's family agrees. The late Reverend's husband is now speaking out for the very first time since her death. He shares his love for his wife and her legacy and how he thinks this case should move forward. Here's Rebecca Butcher.
Well, Ivana actually had a chance to sit down with Reverend Easton Williams' husband. He shared the pain her murder has caused him and her family, also saying why the teen suspects should be tried as adults. After seeing Reverend Easton Williams, he knew.
I approached her and introduced myself to her, and everybody was silent. Then her friend Deborah had to say, "Girl, he ain't talking to us."
Easton Williams knew at first meeting she was the one. He shares it was like they knew each other before that day.
When I first saw her and looked into her eyes, I knew she was the one. I didn't even have to hear her speak.
Her faith reignited his.
When I became a part of her, she changed my life tremendously. I've never been closer to God than I am now, and I owe that all to my wife.
Darrell says what his wife is owed now is justice after she was fatally shot multiple times in a carjacking. A 21-year-old and two 15-year-olds have been charged.
I want the kids to be transferred to the adult prison, and I want them to be tried as an adult.
Easton Williams said the pain of losing the love of his life demands action, so no other families will have to endure the same anguish from the same hands, from those he says shouldn't have even had the chance to take Atura's life.
I want justice. My wife was coming home from work. She didn't deserve to be murdered here in the yard while I'm sitting in the house waiting for her to come home. I gotta lift up the garage and see my wife in the driveway. I don't want no other family to have to go through this.
Easton Williams says the alleged shooter had numerous chances to not commit a second crime, saying after the heinous way his wife's life was snatched.
You know, you could have just yanked her out the car and took the car, but you had to shoot her numerous times, then drag her out the car and left her for dead. And then you go and carjack another car. You know, so they have no remorse for life. I don't never want them to be out on the streets again. They don't deserve to be out on the streets again because my wife can never be out on the streets again. She had to meet God way earlier than she ever planned to be.
Adding her memory and legacy will continue.
She was loved by too many. She was loved by the whole world.
And Darrell says she was a light that lit up every room that she walked into. This October, they would have been married 8 years. Yvonne?